What's up, world? This is your boy Tricky Ricky, and you're watching My 2 Cents. Feel free to hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and share these videos, as I will express my thoughts and opinions about different items, devices, and other social matters, which is neither here nor there. But today is my birthday, man. I'm 40 years old. I'm just fortunate and blessed to live to see age 40. All right, so without further ado, let's get into this new unit that I purchased. I just got this thing about 2 days ago. It is a part of my birthday gift, and I'm waiting on my boom arms for my microphones to get in, as well as a tripod for my mobile device. I'm using a little selfie stick to hold it, so please don't get too dizzy and barf on your keyboards while watching this. Okay, so overall, looking at this unit right here, I love it. I love the design, the build quality, the feel, the touch. I just love the way that it is designed. You know, you can't miss this big gigantic record button. You see it has a little icon on the screen which indicate there is a SIM card, or I'm sorry, not a SIM card, but a micro SD card in which I can record my podcast directly to it, or I can use the USB cable that connects to my computer, and I can relay the output signal into my streaming client, in which allows me to in part stream my live feed from this device with everything intact, from the special effects to every single channel through my stream live in real time. All right, but about these faders, in my opinion, I feel like these faders are poorly made. They're very plasticky. They're kind of flimsy. If you're not careful, you probably might break it. You know, I have a DigiDesign Pro control surface in my in-home recording studio, which is on another floor. But I'm comparing this fader to the fader on the Pro Control. I have a little bit more resistance and much more tightness on the faders on my Pro Control compared to this. This is very loose, you know. And if you have your microphones boom, like attached to the same table as this unit, or if you have a desktop mic stand, make sure you have some kind of cushioning or something under it, or you just simply turn this thing up and down before you get started with your stream, because in the end result you will get noise into the microphone from fiddling with this loud fader. You hear that? I don't like it. The buttons, they're pretty, they're very beautiful, they're colorful, they're very touch responsive. You know, the sounds they go through, they have pre-programmed special effects in here, and you can also use the client application for this unit, which is installed on your computer, whether it is Windows or Mac, and you can install your very own special effect sounds, whether it is music or cue or bumper or whatever you want to call it, onto these pads, and they will work here. You know, this thing connects via Bluetooth to your phone, and we'll talk about that a little bit more as we cover more information about this unit. And you can connect a second device via auxiliary, and that way you can play music over whatever is going on if you choose to take that route. And then you have a fader control for your USB as well as your master fader here. Each channel has its own separate mute solo button on each channel. All right, and I kind of like them. And up here, you see we have the mixer matrix. If I were to turn this up right here, then you can see my vocals moving as I talk. And let's say if I clicked on that button, each channel has its own independent preset to it. So right now I'm using a dynamic microphone, you know. I'm not using anything that requires a phantom power. So if I were to select microphones, you can see that there are 8 pre-programmed microphone presets on here, and it appears that this unit is designed solely for Rode microphones. I'm not sure if you get better results from it, but you know, I guess I will have to find out in the long run. All right, and then of course, you know, you got the different Rode microphones, and then this one right here is for the standard condenser mic, and then you have the dynamic mic, in which I have that on. All right, so let's say if we go back, we can go to the overall level of your microphone. You can turn it up or you can turn it down by pressing these 2 buttons right here. And this button right here, you can turn on your power supply for your phantom power if need be. This section here, voice, it really confuses me because it's just like it's the same thing, but it's two different words. All right, prime example, we have your vocal tone. You have deep, medium, and high. And then we go back and we go into the strength: strong, medium, soft. So I feel like they could have did better with this section right here, or this setting. Perhaps they could have used it for something, or maybe they could have improved it a lot more. All right, so we're moving back, and let's get to the advanced section. This section right here is present on every single microphone, so that way you can go in and choose whichever preset suits your needs best. But what I dislike is everything is on a on-off setting basis. You know, I wish that there was a button right here to where I can click on the compressor and adjust my compression, the ratios, and all that stuff manually. I don't want to have to turn it on and off and just go by the algorithm that is programmed in here, because this unit cannot tell me how my vocals sound. I would like to be able to have the capability to go into compression and change it and add it the desired amount of compression to my vocal. And same apply for the de-esser, same apply for a high pass filter, and same will apply for the noise gate, because depending on the microphone you use, I have a second microphone somewhere around here, but I would show it to you. But that microphone with the noise gate active, it did some things to my vocal that I really didn't like. What it did was, it was like overly, the gate was just all the way up, and I would have the microphone like literally to my face, and I'm talking and I can still hear my vocals going in and out. This is a very smart unit, so I'm not sure if it was trying to cipher my vocal from background noise, but if you listen, there's not really much going on in my background, and that was very frustrating for me to be talking through my microphone and I'm listening to myself on the headphones, and I'm like, man, let me turn off this here. And when I do that, up goes the background noise, then down goes my fader, and then that means you would have to record in a controlled environment where there's minimal background noise, okay? Another thing, if you look right here under noise gate, there is a blank section. I feel like Rode should have put an EQ option in there to give us the ability to manually adjust the EQ. And the reason why I say that is because, back to the Bluetooth thing, I did a test run where I called a friend of mine, and when I got him on the phone, I asked, hey, how do my vocals sound? My friend replied, it sounds like you're talking to me underwater. It's very muffled. He sounded the same way. So if I'm going to use this item here to do a podcast, I would expect for the person on the phone calling this unit to have a better sounding vocal. And that could have been easily fixed with the EQ. I could have turned down the low frequency. I could have adjusted the mid frequency a little bit, or maybe I could have added some high to it, and it would have cleared it up. But we don't have that. Perhaps Rode will incorporate this feature in future releases. I'm pretty sure some of you who have this unit here can attest to what I'm saying and can strongly agree with what I'm saying when it comes to these options here. I like the ability that you can use the SD card to record your podcast on the go. You can just take this unit, grab a couple of microphones, a couple of headphones, the power supply. You don't necessarily need your monitors unless you want to drag all that stuff with you and record it on the go and bring it back, connect it to your computer via USB, and have your feeds fed into the digital audio workstation of your choosing. A digital audio workstation that is compatible with this unit. Excuse me. If you go to the Rode website, it will tell you the digital audio workstations that will recognize this interface. I use Pro Tools, and astonishingly, it picks it up and it feeds the output directly through this. So it picks it up from this, and it goes straight to all the channels, especially if I open Pro Tools and I open a podcast template. It gives me all the channels I need. I can program the adjacent channels to the appropriate channels in the digital audio workstation. I can play back everything and record everything, and it'll collect all the data that is placed in this thing. All right. Another thing I dislike Can you hear that? I don't understand why do the volume knobs on your headphones have to have this clicking noise. Because again, if your microphone is on a mic stand that is on your desktop, or if it is attached to the edge of the table, every time it's going to pick up in your microphone. It's bad. I wish they were smooth like many of the other devices that I use. Prime example, my Pro Control, the knobs are smooth. You don't get those clicking noises. You don't get no noises, period. Unless I put it in Vegas mode and the faders are moving and clacking at the bottom unless they reach the top and bottom, you know. But I don't know. Maybe in the near future, Rode will step up on this, especially with the upgrade. Hopefully they will incorporate a little bit more sturdier faders for this unit to where they are more touch responsive. It'll be beautiful. We can add some automation to it. It'll be beautifuler. Yes, that's not a word. Is it? I don't know. But if they had its own software, and the software can connect to streaming services that exists anything under the sun, whether it is Shoutcast or whether it is Icecast. And I've seen some videos where some guys were trying to incorporate this right here into a live video, but they were talking about latency issue and timing with the vocals being out of sync. Maybe all this stuff can come in the future, but for the time being, this right here is what needs the most work, like immediately. I mean, like the next firmware release, it needs to have an update to this section right here that gives us the ability to go in here and manually change these presets to where we can add the desired amount of dynamics to our podcast. Because again, if the vocals are muddy on a phone call, we can fix that with an EQ. Or if we got a microphone set up and we need a certain amount of compression, we can do that. But right now, we can't. So that's what it is. That sums it up. These are my 2 cents. And again, feel free to subscribe, like, turn on notifications, and share, because I will be back. So in the meantime, I'm going to wrap this up. And my wife is on the way to get me and take me for drinks for my birthday. Woohoo. I look forward to it though, and I look forward to making more videos and being in touch with you all. All right, y'all stay blessed. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.